The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. First carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Parks, and they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Logan Wilson in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Shotgun now for Wentz. Goodwin able to haul it in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Marquise Goodwin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have taken the early lead.
Jake Elliott on.
I love watching Goodwin play. Of course, everybody knows the story of him being an Olympian. He's a long jumper,
yes,
right?
Yes.
But you know that he has that athleticism, that big playability.
He certainly does. And not only was he an Olympian as a long jumper, but married to a sprinter. How about that for speed in one family? I love his end zone celebrations now. When he does go deep and beat someone for a touchdown, now he does the long jump as his celebration. Pretty cool deal.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now
an incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun to give to Mixon. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
The Bengal ball carrier.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Burrow's pass.
Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
It's a gain of 20. And a Bengal 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
First down, Bengals.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Gehring. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
The Eagles take
second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. On 2nd down now. It's Sanders. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
The ball carrier.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
1st and 10 at the 40.
It's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And some room to maneuver. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball, too, right?
Without a doubt, you need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all?
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off near the 32. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. So his struggles just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football, Charles. Now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know what they've always said? I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0.
Makes the score Eagles 21, Bengals nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And that will be incomplete.
Intended for A.J. Green. Incomplete.
So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. On the return, Jackson. 21-0 our score after 1.
Eagles 21, Bengals nothing.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Nothing too fancy, just a carry up the middle, but a successful carry up the middle against this 3-4 defense.
And to be able to do that, what do you have to control? The nose guard, right? Got to be able to move him. Otherwise, you're not getting anything up the middle. Nice job by the center. Got a little help from one of his friends playing guard.
All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Sanders. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
The tackle made.
Tackle by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
Up 2nd and 7.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. Buying time to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen. Mike, 55, right there in the middle, 55. And here we go, watch the pass, watch the pass.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, but I believe it was covered by an Eagle. It was, and Philadelphia is going to hold on to the football. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th, and the Bengals will get the football back. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead.
Lining up for the
down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit, because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
First and 10.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes, and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down.
Normally, being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Mike, 55. Check. This by 7. Watch the run, watch the run. Check 55. It's our time. It's our time. Mike, 55.
On third and long, it's Wentz. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Trey Waynes, the Michigan State man, right there in coverage.
That might be the third down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He's got his tight end complete. It's Green. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First down, Cincinnati.
That's complete to John Ross. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. He's got his tight end complete. It's Green. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. And Burrow going to throw again. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
Joe Mixon. It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Down pass. Intercepted. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
57's the mic. Watch 57. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. 57. Mike, 57. I'm here all day.
Working from the gun. Wentz. Looking deep for his tight end, Ertz. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. The Pro Bowl tight end, Zach Ertz, the intended target. And it's 2nd down. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. Flushed out right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Many times when a play breaks down and the quarterback's moving around outside of the pocket, you're thinking just get rid of something short. But a lot of guys are coached, think deep, take the big shot, hoping someone can get lost behind the secondary. They weren't able to connect on that one.
Wentz will try again on 2nd down. His throw incomplete. Coverage there by Von Bell.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
57's Mike, 57.
Throwing now is Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jim. And this will be caught at the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. Eagles. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the 3rd quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Another run here with Sanders. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Now Wentz on third down. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Got a man open. It's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz. His second touchdown on the season. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, as one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now it's starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
And a good pickup there by Mixon, and that shows the talent that he has. Back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons, 4th in the NFL in 2018, 9th last year. But I look for those numbers to jump back up again with the introduction of new talent in Cincinnati.
Mixon with a first down carry. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
On the carry.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target, and it's 3rd down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense,
and that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner Darius Slay. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to... the psyche of a young quarterback.
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
On first down, Sanders. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Right back to Sanders on first down. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Push him back. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
On second down, it's Sanders, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
4-yard line.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
57's a mark. 57's a mark. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
From the gun on third down, Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll run with Sanders. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
No gain on the play.
That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Once again with Sanders. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. What a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. He'll find the rookie from Clemson, T. Higgins. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
Cincinnati.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From midfield now, Burrow being chased out left. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Well, that was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Burrow going for it on 4th. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack. The D brought the house. They called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz. And in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback. No chance on that fourth down.
I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Room to run inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34.
Sanders, the ball carrier.
I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on second and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Shotgun now for Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And this offense continues to pour it on. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. Now Burrow on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Burrow. He goes right back to Higgins, and this time he's got him. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
19 yards. And the Bengals first down.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 24. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Sanders there with a first down carry that might have gotten a yard, if that. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them. trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Right there on the coverage was the safety, Jesse Bates.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. He opted to go with a scramble. Gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Open man is Ross, complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
Watch his flag. 552. Here we go, D. Here.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
On 2nd down, Burrow. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
It's a gain of
when you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there. A final shot now for Burrow. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
For Eagles 42, Bengals 7.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Hey, could count on my power and look at my dogs from. Way back then, claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the